Well, good morning. Happy Tuesday, everybody. A very similar setup on 24-hour temperature cast to what we had the past 24 hours, and that does mean starting kind of warm, getting a little hot in the afternoon, and staying there for a few hours. Now, one of the wild cards always going to be, can we get a couple of showers to help knock some of those temperatures down? I think the chances there in a few isolated spots, but it's certainly not going to be an everybody gets wet kind of deal. We still haven't had any rain since back on like August 30th was the last time we had some rain. So nothing in the rain bucket for the whole month of September so far. Today's the 23rd. Lots and lots of dry. Now, I think over the next couple of days, we start looking for a few things to change. A boundary to the north and west that might actually be able to get down here Friday night and bring with it some chances for some showers. So I think we've got some opportunities for a little change coming down towards the end of the week. But for these next couple of days, we're going to sit in the same air mass with the same kind of setup, and that means lots of hours of really high temperatures, especially for late September. We're still talking 92s, 93s, 94s for daytime highs, and we've got spots starting in the mid-70s this morning. Tallahassee, one of them, at 75, and Thomasville and in Valdosta, we're at 70, and those dew point numbers are starting with a 7 again. So the air is a little extra icky sticky, and I think that's going to continue for another day or two. How about all these numbers that start in the 70s? Mariana and Liberty County, like Thomasville and Valdosta, right at 70. It's 72 in Hamilton and in Monticello and in Bainbridge. Quincy's checking in at 73. So is Perry. It's 73 degrees in Camilla this morning. Now, if there's a breeze, and there's not much, it'll be mostly from the northeast. I think we'll call those winds pretty light this morning, so we are looking for some fog. Homerville right now has some visibilities down to 3 miles. Valdosta, we're at 6 miles. I think there's going to be some patches of fog, just patches, but some that might make that morning commute just a little bit more treacherous out there. Always look out for the worm, and that'll be lurking. Now, as far as our setup goes, not much changing just yet. Lots of warm, lots of humid, lots of unstable in place. So yeah, we could get a couple of showers with that sea breeze, especially in the afternoon, but that sea breeze has been fairly limited for the past several days. Now, a next boundary is going to try and get here. It's got some energy. The best showers and storms are going to be rumbling their way through the middle of the country. Behind this boundary, the air is cooler and drier, and with a little luck, we can get some of that down into our part of the country for the beginning of next week. So there are some things that look like they want to at least attempt to change it up and make it feel a little bit more fall-like around here. But first things first, we got the warm, we got the humid. We need a few showers for those thirsty lawns, gardens, and greens. I think we have chances today and tomorrow, but they're not great chances. The chances actually get better Thursday night, and Friday as that boundary approaches and helps to squeeze out the air, and we get some of that upper level energy. So some additional things get here later this week. That's when we start looking for some change for today and probably still for tomorrow. Not a whole lot of change coming. Let's talk tropics. Hurricane Gabrielle, winds up to 140 miles per hour. It is peeling away from Bermuda, and it should continue to move to the north and east, and it should continue to weaken. Now, it may get a little close to the Azores in a couple of days, so that might be the next area to be on the lookout for with Gabrielle. We'll certainly keep our eyes on it. Take a look at this really large eye for a while and a very symmetrical looking storm. Impressive on the satellite presentation. Moving away from Bermuda, and it should run into some cooler waters out there in the North Atlantic. Two other circles, got an orange one, got a red one. This one that's not too far from the Windward and Leeward Islands, that one we'll keep an eye on a little bit more than even the one behind it that looks like it's a little bit more mature. Both have some potential for development. We're talking like a 50-50 shot for this one closer to the islands and up to an 80% shot for the one behind it. But anything that starts a little bit more to the west and a little bit closer to the islands, especially near the Caribbean, that usually raises a few more eyebrows. Nothing looks like we need to be concerned, but we'll certainly be aware. On the Gulf today, more muggy, more sun, more clouds. We'll see those breezes likely in that 5 to 15 knot range, and the seas 1 to 3 feet. I think really the setup this morning is going to be a lot like it was yesterday, just feeling a little bit more like summer. Warm, muggy in the 70s. Sun comes up before 7:30. We'll go low 90s this afternoon. Got to 93 yesterday. Probably going to get there close again today. I'll put that small chance, like a 20% shot for showers in the forecast. And a lot of us are going to start tomorrow right back near 70. I think this is what we do today and tomorrow, and maybe Thursday too. I'm hoping we can start to increase those rain chances later in the day on Thursday, and maybe our best chance in a month to get some rain comes on Friday. Fingers crossed that we get some. A lot of thirsty lawns, gardens, and greens need it. And then with a little bit of luck, we push in some drier and cooler and more comfortable air starting Saturday.